Welcome to OT Tricks and Tips for Kids, where we're taking OT to the next level. My name is Katina Lottis. Remember, if you don't see your topic, just write in so that I can address it. And please don't forget to subscribe. Now let's take a look at a problem solution video. One of our viewers wrote in asking about how to fix number reversals. So this tutorial will be dedicated exactly to that. So the go-to method to fix number reversals has to do with surface training, or really the multisensory approach. This is where you have the child write in a variety of textures on a variety of surfaces. For example, using your salt trays, your sand trays, your shaving cream, writing outside on a bumpy concrete area with the sidewalk chalk, using the whiteboards, using chalkboards, really just spicing up the surface in the hopes that this provides enough sensory feedback to solidify a motor plan. So this is one strategy to start to incorporate for the child. Along the same lines, you can tap into the olfactory system. Using the scented markers, using scented crayons are another excellent way to tap into the sensory side. Taking your finger and drawing a number on a child's back, and then having them do the same thing to you, is another way to help reinforce those motor plans. So the idea here is that you're going to be using the multisensory approach to sort of get those motor plans into place. At the same time, you can be providing an intense amount of visual anchors. So taking the numbers that the child reverses the most and having a little cue on their desk, whether you're writing the 5 on a Lego, or maybe you have it on a Post-it with a little beanie baby or a little bear, something that's really of interest to the child so that it draws their visual attention, will help to supplement this idea. So what you're doing is you're providing a visual model on top of the multisensory training. On top of this, you want to add a little bit of cognitive training in. So try a game that you play where you might say something like, I'm thinking of a number, it starts on the left, it slides across to the right, and then it slides down diagonally. So that would be the 7. So where you're starting to use the verbal cues so that the child can help to visualize what that letter looks like. That's another really great strategy. Remember, using arrows, using dots, using stencils, using actual cues that provide correct directionality are critical because of the fact that you want correct practice. It's correct practice that makes perfect. So the child will need to be monitored, and you'll need to be making sure that you are really practicing correctly. So as you're going through, you want to be doing your training with your multisensory approach, with your visual approach, with your cognitive approach, and then you want to remove your cues and ask the child to write the number. This is critical because here is where you'll see whether or not the plan is solidified, and you'll get a sense of where it might fall down. So as you're doing your training, you want to pull in, again, all those big pieces, all that practice, all that repetition, again, whether it's rainbow writing or just doing something where you're giving them worksheets that have the arrows, that have the really strong cues. You want to use that, then you want to pull it away and see exactly what they can do on their own. So you're getting that sense, or having them describe that number to you the same way we talked about that cognitive game. Can they visualize it? Can they verbally describe it? All these different ways are ways to just tap into the learning system, so that way we can give that child a really good chance of solidifying the motor pattern. Lastly, it is critical that the child is using the same hand. So you want to look for some type of a hand dominance here, because kids that are switching from left to right tend to actually make more reversals. So once you figure out the dominant hand, which is usually the hand that the child eats with, you can put a little bracelet on the hand, a little sticker on top of the hand, just some kind of a signal to make sure that they're using their dominant hand as they're doing their writing. Thank you for this request, for this particular tip and trick, and please don't hesitate to send more requests in.